I'm Dr. Kristen R. Bromley. This video series, which is part of my online music academy, specifically accompanies note reading books 1 and 2 from my method book series. Like all my books, this selection is available to purchase through Amazon and Google Play. For help, see the links in the description below. In the videos which are part of this specific course, I progress through the lessons in note reading books 1 and 2, explaining and demonstrating concepts and playing each of the songs and exercises contained therein, so you can hear how they sound and play them right along with me. You are of course welcome to view these videos with or without the book, but with the book you can work through all the songs and exercises, and in the process learn all the notes in first position and master the skill of reading written music notation. Alright, let's get to jamming in this lesson. Hi there, welcome back. Here we are in lesson 4. So in this lesson, we're going to introduce rests. This is a new concept. So far throughout the book, we've learned about whole notes, half notes, dotted half notes, and quarter notes. So the actual value of pitches that we're playing and how long to hold those pitches for. And thus far we've learned the notes G and A on the G string, the open G string, or the third string. We've learned B, C, and D on the second string, or the B string. And E, F, and G on the top string, or the E string, the first string. And now we're going to do rests. Rests are periods where we're not going to be playing, moments of silence, so to speak. So we have a whole rest. This is a counterpart to our whole note. It's worth 4 counts. We have the dotted half rest, which is the counterpart to our dotted half note, and this one is worth 3 counts. We have our half rest, counterpart to our half note, which is worth 2 counts, and we have our quarter rest, counterpart to our quarter note, worth 1 count. Okay, let's look at this for a second and kind of maybe some ways to remember it if these are brand new to you. So I had a student years ago in one of the classes I was teaching tell me she memorized it as a little girl that a whole gentleman tips his hat to the ladies. So it looks kind of like a hat being tipped. The way I have always remembered it was the whole rest is hanging on to the line above. And because it's hanging on, it's doing all the work, just trying to hang on. Whereas the half rest sits on the line below it, so it's only doing half as much work because it's sitting down. And then the dotted half rest has that dot just added to the rest there. Adding a dot to a rest does the same thing that adding a dot to a note does. It takes half the value of that note and adds it on to the length of that note. So half the value of a half note is 1 count because it's worth 2. Add that onto the length and we get something worth 3 counts instead of 2. The quarter rest, I think, just looks like a squiggly 1. The handwritten versions, especially the printed versions, are just a little bit more fancier, but essentially it's just a squirrely line that's kind of like the number 1. Or it could be thought of that, just a sort of a straight line, quarter rest. Alrighty, so let's take a look now at page 23. So we're going to be on pages 23 through 25. But on page 23 we have these exercises where we get to practice getting used to doing rhythms with rests. Now these are written kind of in rhythmic notation. Everything, all the notated rhythms are just on the B line. We'll just play a B pitch. You could play any pitch, it really doesn't matter. You could actually just strum the strings too. We'll just play a B pitch. And we'll practice them that way. Now what we want to do when there's a rest is we want to try and create that moment of silence. So we're going to mute the string. So we can use our right hand to mute the string or our left hand or both. So if I hold out 1, 2, 3, 4, then I could just set either my right hand, I just did both, or my left hand on the string to stop it from ringing. Either one or both is just great. To help us out as we're playing through these, I'm going to count the beats of each measure, and when a rest happens, I'll say the word rest. So I'm not going to say B all the time, but I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4. So I will count out where those rests happen, otherwise I'll say the beats of the measure. Okay, let's do number 1. So you got 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, rest. rest, 4, 1, 2, rest, 4, 1, rest, 3, rest, 1, rest, 3, rest. Alrighty, let's do number 2. So you got 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, rest, 4, 1, 2, rest, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, rest, rest, 2, rest, 4. Alright, how about number 3? So you got 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, rest, rest, 2, rest, 4, 1, rest, 3, rest, rest, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, rest, 4, 1, 2, rest, 4. I assume these are going great. Let's do number 4. So you got 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, rest, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, rest, 4, 1, rest, 3, rest. Alright, and number 5, the last one here. So you got 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, rest, 4, 1, rest, rest, 4, rest, 2, 3, rest, rest, 2, 3, 4, 1, rest, 3, 4. Alrighty. Now, we're going to flip on over to page 24 and look at some songs. The rests are really important because having rests within the melody adds character to the melody. So melodies aren't just about the notes being played, but the rhythm is just as important. And sometimes having a rest in there really defines part of that melody. A lot of times they act kind of like punctuation, actually. You'll have a melodic phrase and then it's punctuated by a rest. Or they can even be like commas within a sentence where they give you kind of a brief pause but not fully coming to an end. So we'll see that a little bit as we play some of the melodies here in this lesson. We'll look at number 6, Little Liza Jane. So we have this melodic line and then a rest at the end, and we could look at that sort of like punctuation in the case of this melody. Let's go ahead and play it. Starts on the B, which we've just been playing a lot of, so it should be easy finding that B pitch. So you got 1, 2, ready, and we're going to have B, B, A, G, B, D, D, E, E, D, B, D, 2, 3, rest. B, B, A, G, B, D, D, B, 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 A, G, 2, 3, rest. G, 2, 3, D, E, 2, D, 2, B, D, D, B, D, 2, 3, rest. G, 2, 3, D, E, 2, D, 2, B, 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 A, G, 2, 3, rest. Alrighty. The Camptown Races, number 7. This one starts on the D. So we're going to go 1, 2, ready, and D, D, B, D, E, D, B, B, A, 3, 4, B, A, 3, 4, D, D, B, D, E, D, B, A, B, A, G, 2, rest, 4, G, 2, B, D, G, 2, rest, and E, 2, G, E, D, 2, rest, and D, D, B, D, E, D, B, A, 2, B, A, G, 2, rest, 4. All right. Not bad, I assume. I assume it's really great. Let's go on to page 25. We'll do number 8. Now in number 8, we have something called a pickup measure. So that's a partial measure. It's not going to fill out all the beats in the measure. So on this particular case, with When the Saints Go Marching In, we're having beats 2, 3, and 4 leading into our first complete measure. Now on repeats of this song, those 3 beats would come from or be inserted into the last measure of the song. So that's kind of where we're borrowing those beats from, and we're just leading up into the start of the song, but on a repeat, those 3 beats are going to go right back into that last measure of the song, pulling us back for a repeat. That's where they're kind of borrowed from. That's how it works within the formal structure of the melody. So sometimes we'll see these partial or pickup measures that bring us up to where the full part of the song starts. And you'll notice that the chord symbols that are written above, it's written right above that first full measure, and that's usually where the chords come in, is on that first full measure. So for a count off on this one, I'm going to give us 3, 4, 1. That'll sort of help us orient ourselves to where we are within the measure structure. So I'll give us beats 3 and 4 of a previous measure as the count off, and then beat 1. So we know where that beat 1 is. Then we'll come in with the G, B, C, D. Okay, so let's try it here. 3, 4, 1. G, B, C, D. 2, 3, 4. Rest. G, B, C, D. 2, 3, 4. Rest. G, B, C, D. 2, B, 2, G, 2, B, 2, A, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, B, A, G, 2, 3, G, B, 2, D, 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 C, 3, 4, rest. 2, B, C, D, 2, B, 2, G, 2, A, 2, G, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then we're off on 2. And that's where we would insert the G, B, C, D if we were going to do a repeat. Alrighty, let's do Will the Circle Be Unbroken. This one has a pickup measure as well. It's on beats 3 and 4. So I'm going to give us 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're in like so on Will the Circle Be Unbroken. So you go 1, 2, G, A, C, C, rest, 2, E, B, C, 2, E, 2, rest, 2, E, D, C, 2, 3, D, C, 2, A, 2, G, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, G, A, C, C, rest, 2, E, G, G, E, rest, 2, C, D, E, E, C, D, E, D, C, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then we're off. So you'll notice, or you might notice, I don't know if you will or not, but in number 9 there's a rest at the end of the measure, in the last measure, and that's shown there, and that's where the pickup notes would be inserted if we did a repeat. Sometimes the rest is there, and then on number 8 it's just kind of blank through the rest of the bar, and there's nothing shown, and it's still where the pickup notes go into. You can see it notated either way in music. Sometimes there will be a rest. That's still where those pickup notes, or the pickup measure notes, are borrowed from, and where they'd be inserted into if we were repeating. And then if it's just blank, it's the same sort of thing. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so that wraps us up for this lesson. I sure hope you're enjoying playing the guitar and learning to read melodies on the guitar. I love reading notes and playing melodies on the guitar. Being able to read music has really opened up my world and allowed me to play guitar music and in ensembles that I wouldn't otherwise be able to do without knowing how to do that. So it's a great skill. Keep working on it. In the next lesson, we're going to learn the notes on the D string. So in lesson 5, we'll do D, E, and F. It's going to be great. We'll see you in that one. Take care. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For help with other guitar playing skills, check out more of my method books and the numerous lessons available as part of my online academy here on YouTube. You can find more information about me and my products at kristenbromley.com. Take care.